serious pump right now. We're gonna go over my leg day today. 3 movements, but you can get a pump. Simple stuff, just hard intensity. Welcome back to the channel. This is Mike here, and today we're gonna share with you my formula for growing massive quads if you're somebody who struggles to get that in there. Now, as the thumbnail suggested, 2 to 3 times a week. You're gonna do day 1 in this order. Day 2, you're gonna flip it, where you're gonna start with the machine first, then the free weight, and then the isolation. But let's jump in here. This is a first movement of the day is gonna be a barbell compound squat. So either a front squat or a back squat. We're not doing overhead squats, so just barbell front or barbell back squat. We're gonna be training this one in a 5 to 10 rep range, anywhere from 3 to 4 sets, maybe 5 sets. The biggest thing with this is we wanna make sure that we're sitting down low, keeping our hips underneath us. We don't wanna shoot the hips back. We wanna sit down nice and low to get those knees to go into that deep flexion, putting all that loading into the quads. So as you guys see there, I started with a compound barbell exercise, and I don't always do that. I think the first workout of the week with my quads I always do because I'm training a little heavier in that 5 to 10 range. But later on in the week, I actually start with the machine first, and then I'll use a compound second. The reason I do that is the machine sometimes like to get it because I can really hit that isolation, hit that growth, and not have to go a bunch of loading. Whereas earlier in the week, I'm still trying to, just build basic strength. I want to hit and expose the quad because it is such a big muscle group. A lot of those quads have fast twitch fibers in it, so I want to make sure I'm hitting enough of the heavier loads so that I can attack those fibers, take them out of the game, and then I use the isolation and machine work to really blow out all the rest of them, get a complete muscle fiber workout. So we're moving on to the second exercise in the lineup, and this is a compound machine exercise. The reason I want to do a machine is because it's going to force me to move in the positions I want to achieve. So I really like doing either a hack squat where it's forcing the knees to be bent deeply, not really shifting the hips back. This is a pendulum squat. You can also use a leg press as long as your feet are lower on the platform and your feet are a little more narrower. That way you're really biasing the quads. Now when doing this, again, the biggest thing with the machine is nice is because you really can't shift out of the position that you initially set up in. So you want to think about squatting low, having control out of the bottom, and standing all the way up. So I've always struggled to grow my quads, and I was somebody who always started 1 day a week, would just blow them out of the water, 30 sets of quads, and just didn't really get great results. Couldn't train frequently because I was always so sore. Then I ended up doing 2 days a week, had a little bit better results. And then sometimes when I'm trying to go quad focus, I'll actually do 3 days a week. So I'll start my workout week. Monday, I'll do my lower body. Usually Wednesday or Thursday, do my lower body. And then later on in the week, Saturday, I'll do a lot of machine work and a lot of isolation work to grow that body. So if you're having issues growing your legs, try 3 days or step up your frequency. If you're at 3 days already, then I challenge you to maybe go back down to 2 days and do better, higher quality work. Total set wise, if I'm doing 2 to 3 days a week, I try to hit with bare minimum of like 20 total sets, maybe 10 and 10. If I go a third day, then I might go 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, try and get that up to 30 sets total. But today was about 12 sets, and I'm doing 2 days this week. So I'm gonna be doing about 25 total work sets, right in that 20 to 30 range. So the last exercise here is going to be a quad isolation exercise. So typically a single joint, so a leg extension, but you can also either add just an extra set for the first 2 and just really focus on the compounds. But I do like adding some isolation at the end there just to get a little more extra work and not have to beat up the joints or surrounding areas with more volume, more total sets with compounds. But if you don't have access to it, you could just add more sets with the first 2 exercises. All right, there you have it, guys. That was leg day today. Well, just the quads. I typically, in this cycle, I'm breaking up my quads and hamstrings just because it's too tiring to do a bunch of heavy quad work, squats, and then to turn around and do a bunch of heavy hamstring work. So I actually do more of a push-pull split. So I'm doing basically lower body almost every day. Today was squats and pendulum and leg press. And then tomorrow in this cycle, I typically would do some hip thrusts, deadlifts, and some lying curls. So I like to split that up so I can keep high intensity on both leg days. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Let me know any questions you have. And check out the other video I had about growing your arms. And I'll be posting more stuff like this. So if you have any questions about muscle groups that you maybe struggle with, let me know in the comment below. But thanks for tuning in, and thanks for subscribing.